National Earth Day. What can you do to help the Earth today?
Your lunch options for today are spicy chicken deluxe sandwich.
Your sides today are seasoned cubed potatoes and a fresh veggie tray.
A tiny electric car is made for the city. Here is CNN with the video.
Queens have brought coconut pancakes back out. Here's Great Big Story with the video.
My idea doesn't work like air traffic control. It's gotta let new data integrate with data from our
I think in
existing
New York
system.
City, we're the only one currently making this. It's a street dessert that's disappearing from the street of Indonesia. My name is Nigel Zilgar. My stand is called Moonman. We're currently in the Queenstown Market in Corona, New York City, and we're also available everywhere in New York City.
Manage it all from right here.
Coconut pancake is a traditional dessert, street dessert from Indonesia. It's made of rice flour, coconut milk, and fresh coconut. We cook them in the griddle, and then once it turns into a hockey puck, we let it cool a little bit so that it's somewhat in the room temperature, and then we sprinkle a little bit of sugar, and then we blue torch it. It's creamy on the inside and really crunchy on the outside. Me and my cousin both grew up with this snack, and then we can't find it here in New York City, but we kind of miss it, so we decided to make our own.
Mystery remains were found at a haunted hotel. Here is CNN with the video.
Really didn't have any idea what was going on until I picked up the first bottle that had a clear fluid in it with something in it.
We have this displayed in the hotel where we do the tours, so I see this every day. Some of the bottles are medicines, and some of the bottles are medical specimens. What he claimed were tumors that he had taken out of his patients, put in alcohol or formaldehyde and kept in bottles as evidence that his cure was working.
You have these lined walls here that they actually did do hand excavating to actually dig a pit first. So they were thinking about how they were going to get rid of their trash instead of just coming up here to the hillside, throwing it down the hillside.
Now to Serenity and Derek of Sports and Weather.
Thanks, guys. Our 7th grade baseball, track, and field will be playing today in the away matchups. Softball will be playing away tomorrow. Home games are on Wednesday. Plan on coming back to school to cheer on our baseball and softball teams. Our sports birthday today is Jeff Hostetler. He was an NFL quarterback for the NY Giants, Raiders, and Redskins 1990 Super Bowl. Now here's gonna go with the weather.
Today's weather will be a high of 75 degrees and a low of 58 degrees and sunny.
Now back to our anchors.
Thanks, Serenity and Derica.
Looking for a good read? Plan on getting a book or two at the book fair this week. Here's another commercial for a book to purchase.
Danny Mannion was born fighting his father, fighting his brothers, looking for trouble, and this time finding it, and himself on the verge of a prison sentence. Now, there's just one way out. Join the military. But when Danny enlists in the Army, he becomes part of an elite task force of special commandos, struggling to complete a covert mission in Southeast Asia, a mission that has gone terribly wrong. Can the things that got Danny into trouble in the past become the very things that keep him alive in a war where there are no rules? Special Forces Number 1, Unconventional Warfare, at your Scholastic Book Fair.
My story.
Elsie's drama department will perform the musical Hairspray. Tickets are on sale online at this time.
8th graders, the annual trip to Chicago's Museum of Science and Industry takes place the last week of May each year. The time to sign up for this trip is now. Please turn in your $40 and permission slip to Miss Bernard in room 216 to secure a spot on the trip. Beginning today, you can have no referrals to go on the trip. You must turn in money and slip before the deadline in a month.
Students, just a reminder that you can still order a yearbook for $30. There will be an incentive this week for any student who has placed an order this year. All students who have purchased a yearbook can eat in the Bruins Den on Wednesday. A list will be posted outside of the den tomorrow.
8th graders, remember that beginning today, you need to be a student in good standing to attend the 8th grade celebration on May 17th. You must have no more than one F, no referrals, and no more than 5 tardies total.
There is a new edition of the Bowser blog on the student lunch page. This morning, log in and check out the theme of appreciation, and to catch up what is happening over the next few weeks.
Here's our joke moment for today. What is the best part about living in Switzerland?
I don't know. What is it?
The flag is a big plus.
The celebrity birthday for today is Joey's World Tour.
The random fact for today is that lightning strikes to Earth 6,000 times a day.
Now to Mr. Harsher to finish off your morning announcements. Have a great day, Bruins.
Good morning, Bruins. Saw the advertisements there for our book fair. Just a reminder, guys, when we start our iLearn testing on Monday, May 6th, it's going to be our expectation that week throughout testing that when we go to our testing room, every single student in this building has their Chromebook and a book to read, because when you're done with testing, that Chromebook is going to have to be closed and there cannot be any talking. You can't work on any phones, computers. Phones won't even be in the room, so we want to make sure all students have a book. The book fair this week would be a great opportunity for you to pick up something that you can read during testing. Obviously, you also have opportunities to check out books from the library. You can bring a book from home. You can borrow one from one of your classroom teachers, libraries, whatever it takes. But again, remember the expectation by May 6th is that every single student in this building has a book that they can bring to their testing room to read when they're done testing. Second thing, 8th graders, I hope you were listening this morning to the announcements, because again, you got some opportunities coming up here. One, the 8th grade trip to Chicago is being organized. If you're interested, you need to get your money in. I communicated to your parents on Sunday night's call all the details about that trip. Permission slips are due, money is due very soon. So if you want to go to that trip, please make sure you get that in. And again, you got to be a student in good standing, just like the 8th grade celebration. I've been getting a lot of questions about that 8th grade celebration. Guys, the first thing I want you to know is that this is put on by our PFO. This is really a Belzer Middle School event, but it's not really put on by me or by the 8th grade teachers or by the 8th grade assistant principal. It's put on by our PFO, our parents, and their goal is to recognize and celebrate students who are in good standing, students that do exactly what we want them to do. And again, guys, this is what we've talked about all year long. We want to give consequences when students are making bad choices, but we also want to reward and incentivize students for doing what's right. So this will be one more final opportunity for you to get together with some of your 8th grade friends and enjoy that time together. Mr. Smith made it very clear last Friday on BTV what the expectations were. Starting today, you can't have more than 5 tardies. That means you've got to get to class on time. Make that a priority. You cannot be failing your classes, and you need to make sure that you don't have any discipline referrals to the office. So please, if you want to go and spend that evening with your friends and go to that 8th grade celebration, make sure that starting today, you are keeping expectations very high for yourself and for one another. So just wanted to give those 2 reminders about the book fair and the 8th grade opportunities coming up. Let's make it a great week.
I got in this van.